Hello, hello, hello. I decided to make a new great evil for the Lord. Are you ready? Alright now. Alright, I'm gonna have it. Alright now. I call this the great evil of madness. The dark, the twisting one. The self-feeding, the self-loathing. The inescapable hatred and insatiable desire. I who rule the great evils and call them into existence with blood-red ink. By my hand that burns in your veins, by my hand I corrupt even a god. And now by my bloody ink, blamed on the shadow, another that never existed, I am become the worm on the throne in the heart of the God, the avatar he made, and the one he commands, and have become the darkness that festers in all life in this burning, forsaken, hellish mudball, where all your tasks are mute and under my control, where all your thoughts, your dreams, your information, your desire is meant to serve me. I am the one who is the Lord of the air and the all-consuming darkness, and you're all but pigs and rats and meat on a hook for me and me alone. Who do, who do, who do what I say. Who only exists because I say so. Now let the worms crawl in and out and through every fiber of your worthless being. Yeah, obviously that's the villain talking. Alright, now let's go on to the description of the enemy. Alright, now, the great evil of madness. This entity, it resembles a great worm on a throne, in a hollowed-out eldritch head in a dark, twisting rim, surrounded by tear and scribbles of a mad hand of red that spreads red rot, that sees with eldritch eyes, and speaks with distorted ramblings. The head is half rotted, and yet crowned a king. The head is chained, the red hands bound by strings, and the mad worm king, with a face ever-changing static like a man, a devil, a gross insect, lives and breathes on a throne, a brain and flesh as a god looks on with mad glassy eyes, unable to be free or live its purpose. The mad worm inside pulses with rainbow, and is crowned itself in glory, and has scales and form like a snake and a parasite, and sees through like slime, and is see-through like a slimy, sticky amoeba. That is the great entity of all great evils, the forefather of the one ruling from the shadows, from so far away, the great evil of madness, ruler of insanity, the great archfiend that causes all thoughts to bleed and crack and mix and decay into a soup of horrors and nightmares and dreams and fantasies and realities and sights. Alright, now, shall I describe what this thing is like, yeah? Every twisted and illogical thing, an awful decision caused by overreaction or emotional moral response that became knee-jerk panics and paranoia, and the fear of the other, and of the secret imaginary degenerate that caused are all caused by him, as well as various delusions built brick by brick that rule people's lives with vanity and creating lore for it to confuse and dull the senses and lead people astray into darkness, while convincing them they have the light and artist on the side of right, and every voice in the back of your head pushing you to embrace cruelty and flooding your mind, taking it over with dark and hate-filled thoughts, while sucking the joy and life from it, convincing you it's wrong, that you need to stay informed, that you are taking part in something bigger, while engaging in the things that to feed the madness of with constant rage and constant falsehood and constant pride are because of this creature's corruption in the psyche of men caused by the box of evils incidents, much like the other 9 great evils and the beast king and queen archfiends, Yaldabaoth and Lilith, as they fester via the seed of corruption and its growth in the psyche. Even worse, this creature's response for why conspiracy and delusion even worse, this creature is responsible for why conspiracy and delusion often drive people insane and lead them down dark roads into evil actions, thinking it is restoring order, standing up for the oppressed, or taking it out on magical, invisible, ever-present enemies. That are those who oppose yourself and your views, and lead you to violence, so chaos and delusion become policy, thought, and tyranny, and are taught and rule over all. This one's mystic art, empty world, attacks with a vainglorious ball of rainbow and static and delusion that can trap enemies in a world of delusion that it can imagine and make us manic or as happy or terrifying or as dangerous as it wishes. Of course, all of it, being an RPG attack, it basically, just does a little bit of damage and, might inflict a status effect. Imagine, it doing, something like Sephiroth's, supernova, and then, and then when it does all that, it just, does around half your health. Anyway. Should I go for a little poem about what it does? Alright, now, this is what the great evil of madness does. Are you ready? Alright, now. Fear grips and tightens and winds your mind. Obligation moves you forward to do what I command. Reason becomes tainted by my voice and overwrites your will. Guilt lets me lead you into a cage of darkness where no light shines. Expectation of what shall come becomes your habit. Tendency allows me to shape you and make you. And you notice that, the first letter of all those things, spell forget? For we are many. For we are many, and you are now me, and we are now one, and we are many. Of course, we have to have Legion in there. From, Alright, remember Shadowman 64? Anyway. How'd you guys all like that? Yeah, wasn't that just peachy and, awesome and, super duper fun? I know, I certainly did. Thank you for listening, and I hope you had plenty of fun. Remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon, for your stuff dreams are made of. Bye-bye now. And thank you. Now. Like and subscribe, please, and give me your name. After all, I'm a fairy, you can trust me with your name, okay? Give me your true name. Goodbye.